Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Evan McGill and I will be your host for tonight's festivities. On behalf of the Hilton Head Shore Notes, I want to welcome you to our show, a wonderful time of the year. At this time of the year, it's only natural to look both forward to the future and reflect on the past. And that is what tonight's musical presentations will reflect. Beginning with a look way back, before any of the shore notes were footnotes in their families' histories. You Turned the Tables on Me was written for the 1936 film Sing Baby Sing, where it was performed by Alice Faye. Maybe you're old enough to remember that Alice Faye was married to actor and comic Phil Harris. The two had a weekly radio show from 1948 to 1954. The song You Turned the Tables on Me was soon recorded by Benny Goodman for Victor Records and topped many charts, reaching number 3 on Your Hit Parade in November of that year. Remember Your Hit Parade? Goodman later recorded the song again for the soundtrack of the 1956 biopic The Benny Goodman Story, starring Steve Allen and Donna Reed.
How can it be you made a wreck out of me? You turned the tables on me, plain to see, and now I'm falling for you. You turned the tables on me, yes sirree. I can't believe that it's true. I always thought when you brought the lovely presents you bought, what hadn't you brought me more? But now if you come, I welcome anything. From the 5 and 10 cent store, you used to call me the top. I was the top, you put me up on a throne. I fell with a drop. And now I'm out on my own, I'm on my own. After thinking it over and over, I got what was coming to me. And just like the sting of a bee, you turned the tables on me. Turn the tables, you told me. I was the top, right on top. You let me fall with a drop, quite a drop. I'm out on my own, and after thinking it over and over and over, I got what was coming to me. Yeah, just like the sting of a bee. How did this happen to little old me? You turned the tables on me, and I live. Yes, it's true. I'm smitten with you. Something gave me a shove. I'm in love. So in love.
Reaching even further into the musical past, the song Ain't Misbehavin' was written by Fats Waller and Harry Brooks. It was first performed in 1929 at the premiere of Connie's Hot Chocolates in Harlem, and then moved to Broadway during June of that year, where it played a total of 291 performances, closing in December. Louis Armstrong became the orchestra director. The script also required Armstrong to play Ain't Misbehavin' in a trumpet solo, and although this was initially slated only to be a reprise of the opening song, Armstrong's performance was so well received that the trumpeter was asked to climb out of the orchestra pit and play the piece on stage. An interesting point, Armstrong was first taught Ain't Misbehavin' by Fats Waller himself, woodshedding it until he could play all around it. He cherished it because it was one of those songs you could cut loose and swing with. So ladies, let's swing.
No one to talk with all by myself. No one to walk with, but I'm happy on the shelf. Ain't misbehaving, I'm saving my love for you. For no misbehaving. I'm saving my love for only you. Don't see me stay. I don't see how late. I'm home about 8. I'm saving my love for no one but you. I'm saving my love for you. Just you.
As you all know, the Shore Notes are an a cappella chorus, which means they sing without musical accompaniment. So it was only natural that they would be drawn to the song Good Old A Cappella. Although first recorded by the Persuasions in 1973, the better-known version of the song was performed by the Nylons in 1991. The Nylons were an a cappella group from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. You would have heard them in their background singing of such pop songs as the Turtles' Happy Together, Steam's Na Na Hey Hey Kiss 'Em Goodbye, and the Tokens' The Lion Sleeps Tonight. The Shore Notes liked this song so much the first night they were introduced to it that later that evening they entertained the patrons at club seats on Main Street here in Hilton Head, even though they hadn't learned most of the words to the song. They were met with rounds of applause just because the beat was so catchy and the Shore Notes sang it with their usual gusto.
Shoo-be-doo-wop-bop-bop, shoo-be-doo-wop, shoo-be-doo-wop, shoo-be-doo-wop-bop-bop, shoo-be-doo-wop, shoo-be-doo-wop, shoo-be-doo-wop-bop-bop, shoo-be-doo-wop, shoo-be-doo-wop, shoo-be-doo-wop-bop-bop. Ooh, 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 there's a light coming from the window and it shines down on the street. There's a gal standing on the corner singing that good old harmony. As the light comes from the window, shine on the street corner symphony. Let 'em laugh, let 'em sing, making that good old harmony. Singing down soul to soul, soul to soul, brother to brother, a-cappella. It sounds good to me. Singing down soul to soul, soul to soul, brother, a-cappella. It sounds good to me. I just want it understood. The girls want to boogie to the neighborhood when they're standing under the lights, singing every night, singing that good old a cappella. It sounds so sweet. Let 'em laugh, let 'em sing, making that good old harmony. Singing out soul to soul, soul to soul, brother to brother, a cappella. It sounds good to me. Singing out soul to soul, soul to soul, and brother, a cappella. It sounds good to me. When I turn out the lights, say goodbye to another night. I'm gonna rest my weary head, put my bones away to bed. I'm gonna get on my knees and ask the Lord to give me just one more day. Oh Lord, hear my pain. This music means so much to me. 'Cause I'm singing out soul to soul, soul to soul, brother to brother, a-cappella. It sounds good to me. Singing out soul to soul, soul to soul, brother to brother, a-cappella. It sounds good to me. Shoo-be-doo-wop-bop-bop, shoo-be-doo-wop, shoo-be-doo-wop, shoo-be-doo-wop-bop-bop. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ah, ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ah, ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, yeah.
You will recognize Pachelel's famous work, Canon in D Major, as the background theme of this 2019 song, Memories, a song performed and written by the leader of the American band Maroon 5, Adam Levine. The song is based on the loss of the band's manager and Levine's friend, Jordan Feldstein, who died suddenly in December of 2017. And it is a song for anyone who has experienced loss. Critical response to Memories was generally negative. Music magazine Spin listed Memories as one of the worst songs of 2019. Despite the critical bashing, however, Memories climbed the charts to become one of the band's biggest hits. Maroon 5 is only the second band to have a top 2 hit on the Hot 100 in 3 different decades: the 2000s, the 2010s, and the 2020s. The other band to span the decades is the Rolling Stones. In an interview, singer-writer Levine said, "I needed this song. In a world that's increasingly chaotic and crazy and angry in a lot of ways, rather than fight about things, it's nice to have a common ground and all of us to have had loss." The Shore Notes offer up this song in celebration of all those we have lost.
Here's to the ones that we've gone. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not, 'cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way, 'cause the drinks bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back you.
There's a time that I remember when I did not know no pain, when I believed in forever that everything would stay the same. Now my heart feels like December when somebody says your name, 'cause I can't reach out to call you, but I know I will one day.
Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Everything will be alright. Go to raise a glass and say, here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not, 'cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way, 'cause the drinks bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back you. Do 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 do. Memories bring back you.
There's a time that I remember when I never felt so lost, when I felt all of the hatred was too powerful to stop. Now my heart feels like an ember and it's lighting up the dark. I'll carry these torches for ya, and you know I'll never drop, yeah.
Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Everything will be alright. Go and raise a glass and say, here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not, 'cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way, 'cause the drinks bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back you. Do 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 do. Memories bring back you. Do 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 do. Memories bring back you. Bum 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 bum. Memories bring back you.
The origin of barbershop singing is hard to state with any certainty. It is steeped in African American culture. One theory is that when black men were awaiting their turn at the barbershop chair, they would entertain themselves by harmonizing. The art of impromptu close harmony was perfected in black churches across America singing gospel, while their white counterparts were still singing hymns written in the 17th and 18th centuries. Barbershop singing was very popular at the turn of the last century, but lost favor during the 1920s. There was a resurgence in the late 30s, although it was confined to all male groups. Not to be outdone, women took up the chord and formed Sweet Adelines in the mid-1940s. While barbershop is uniquely American, barbershop organizations exist in the United Kingdom, the Netherlands, Germany, Ireland, South Africa, Finland, Sweden, New Zealand, Australia, Canada, and Japan. But since it is an American thing, these international groups usually sing American music. Our quartet Songbird has assured me that they will be performing their selections entirely in American English, so let's bring them front and center. Ladies.
There's a rainbow to be found leading from your window pane to a place behind the sun, just a step beyond the rain. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, so blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me, somewhere over the rainbow. Blue, happy little bluebirds fly. Birds fly over the rainbow. Why? Then oh, why can't I? Why can't I? Why can't I? Why can't I? So, some of you may not know that when Judy Garland was going to go over the rainbow, she almost went without that song. So in 1939, at the preview screening with all the MGM executives for Wizard of Oz, Louis B. Mayer and some of the other executives said, we don't want Over the Rainbow. They took it out because it was slowing down the storyline. And one of the other associate producers said, if you take that song out, I go. So Louis said, just leave it in, boys, not gonna hurt anything. And here we are, all these years later. It was voted the most iconic song of the 20th century, and millions, well, not millions, but lots of different artists have done their rendition of it. So I thought that was a very interesting story. Now, this next song was actually written by a barbershopper for a barbershop, men's barbershop chorus. And it just so happened
happens that, well, Marcia and I have been in this course for 20 years. These two have been Sweet Adelines longer than that. But when we first joined and formed our novice quartet, and we sang on our first show, this was the song we did, and we still love it. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, 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 shoo-be-doo, shoo-be-doo-wah, shoo-be-doo, shoo-be-doo-wah, oh, ba-da-ba-da. We were here most every night, here by the lamppost light. The old gang would hang around when the sun was down. Soon the talking gave way to a groove and jive. Yeah, oh, and the corner came alive. I can see us on the street. Everybody feels the beat. Everybody's singing a band by the old street lamp. When a melody broke out, everything was right. Yeah, oh, there was music in the night. I love the music we made, the corner gang of mine. It rocks me still, it always will. The rhythm feels so fine. All through the hours of night, the midnight serenade. Played on and on till break of dawn, grooving the night away. Well, now when the gang was hanging around, the music filled the night. I said when the gang was cranking the sound, everything was right. Oh, there was music in the night. I love the music we made, the corner gang of mine. It rocks me still, it always will. The rhythm feels so fine. All through the hours of night, the midnight serenade. Played on and on till break of dawn, grooving the night away. Well, now when the gang was hanging around, the music filled the night. When the gang was cranking the sound, everything was right. Well, when the gang was hanging around, everything was right. When the gang was cranking the sound, everything was right. Music filled the night, yeah, everything was right.
Here's an interesting factoid for you. Disney movie songs have been nominated for 42 Oscars for Best Original Song. Of those, 14 were awarded the Oscar in this category. It all started with When You Wish Upon a Star, sung by Jiminy Cricket in the 1940 animated movie Pinocchio. In 1987, songwriter Alan Menken and lyricist Howard Ashman captured Oscars for Under the Sea from The Little Mermaid, and later for the title song, Beauty and the Beast. Menken scored another Oscar in 1992 with lyricist Tim Rice for the song A Whole New World from the movie Aladdin. The song also won a Golden Globe and a Grammy Award for Best Original Song. It was the only Disney song to win a Song of the Year Grammy. The song is about Aladdin showing the confined Princess Jasmine a life of freedom as the two acknowledge their love for each other while riding on a magic carpet. In the 1992 film, Arabian Princess Jasmine had to marry a royal prince to ascend to the throne. In the 2019 version of the film, Jasmine herself is not only the heir to the throne, but the rightful leader of her country. What a difference a generation makes.
Shining, shimmering, splendid.
Don't Stop is a pop rock song by British-American rock band Fleetwood Mac. Written and sung by vocalist and keyboard player Christine McVie. It reflects Christine McVie's feelings after her separation from Fleetwood Mac's bass guitarist John McVie after 8 years of marriage. Christine said, "Don't Stop was just a feeling. It just seemed to be a pleasant revelation to have that yesterday's gone." The song first appeared on the band's album Rumors. The album is a sort of he said, she said confessional. By the time the album was released, everyone knew that drummer Mick Fleetwood was cheating on his wife Jenny Boyd with singer Stevie Nicks. But then, Nicks was also seeing Eagles guitarist and singer Don Henley. You just can't make this stuff up. The song Don't Stop became the theme music for United States presidential candidate Bill Clinton's 1992 presidential campaign and was played at the 1992 Democratic National Convention during its final night balloon drop. Upon winning the election, Clinton persuaded Fleetwood Mac to perform the song for his inaugural ball in 1993. At the 2000 convention, Clinton ended his speech by saying, "Keep putting people first, keep building those bridges, and don't stop thinking about tomorrow." While the Shore Notes have no political aspirations at the moment, they like the hopeful message that the song conveys.
If you wake up and don't want to smile, if it takes just a little while, just go open your eyes and look at the day, and you'll see things in a different way. I'm saying don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop, it'll soon be here. You'll be here better than before. Yesterday's gone, oh yeah, yesterday's gone. Why not think about times to come, and not about the things that you've done? If your life was bad to you, just think what tomorrow will do. I'm saying don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop, it'll soon be here. It'll be here better than before. Yesterday's gone, oh, yesterday's gone. Now all I want is to see you smile. If it takes just a little while, I know you don't believe that it's true. I never meant any harm to you. I'm saying don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop, it'll soon be here. It'll be here better than before. Yesterday's gone, oh yeah, yesterday's gone. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop, it'll soon be here. It'll be here better than before. Yesterday's gone, oh yeah, yesterday's gone. Ooh, don't you look back. Ooh, don't you look back. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't look back.
My Foolish Heart is a popular song and jazz standard that was published in 1949. The music was composed by Victor Young. Unfortunately, this beautiful ballad was introduced in a 1949 Hollywood film of the same name that was a real stinker. The film was adapted from J.D. Salinger's 1948 short story, Uncle Wiggily in Connecticut. Salinger was so upset by the filmmaker's infidelity to his story that he refused any other film versions of his works, including Catcher in the Rye. Nothing could save this four-handkerchief abomination, and the fortunes of the ballad went down with the film. even though the song was nominated for an Oscar for Best Original Song. Young was a prolific composer and received 22 Academy Award nominations for his work in film. His only Oscar came posthumously for his score of Around the World in 80 Days. In 1949, My Foolish Heart lost the Oscar to Baby It's Cold Outside, which today has been blacklisted by feminists for its sexist lyrics. As Salinger's agent sadly stated about the ill-fated film, "We thought they would make a good movie." Well, the Shore Notes are breathing new life into this sentimental song, which they will present as their contest ballad in the regional Sweet Adelines competition in Daytona, Florida of 2023.
The scene is set for romance. My heart is beating fast. A special place, a warm embrace, a magic spell is cast. But when the night is ended and fades into the past, will his love be the one for me? And will the magic last? The night is like a lovely tune. Beware, my foolish heart. How like the ever-constant moon. Take care, my foolish heart. There's a line between love and fascination that's hard to see. On an evening such as this, for they both give the very same sensation when you're lost in the magic of a kiss. Is this are much too close to mine? Beware, my foolish heart. But should our eager lips combine, then let the fires start. This time it isn't fascination or a dream that will fade apart. It's love, this time it's love, my foolish heart. It's love, really love, and not a dream. My heart, I'm in love, so take care, my foolish heart.
The Shore Notes' second selection for their singing competition in Daytona next spring is How Many Hearts Have You Broken? This swing tune was composed by Johnny Mercer, a local Southern boy. He grew up right across the river in Savannah, Georgia, spending his summers in Asheville, North Carolina. In 1927, when the family fortunes turned, Mercer headed to New York to seek his fortune as a music composer. The New York music scene of the late 19th and early 20th century was known as Tin Pan Alley. One of the genres that was successful was back to Dixie. With his Southern accent and jazz singing style, Johnny Mercer brought new authenticity to that genre. In 1942, he co-founded Capitol Records with music industry businessmen Buddy DeSilva and Glenn E. Wallace. As the first vice president and chief talent scout for Columbia, Mercer signed Nat King Cole and Peggy Lee to Capitol. In 1946, Capitol Records was responsible for 1/6 of all records sold in the U.S. They were big. But Mercer set his eyes on Hollywood, where he found success with many Oscar-winning songs, his most famous being Moon River from Breakfast at Tiffany's. Mercer went on to establish the Songwriters Hall of Fame, and now, in a tribute to our local hero, the Shore Notes present How Many Hearts Have You Broken?
Those eyes, beautiful eyes, don't know why I love those eyes. How many hearts have you broken with those great big beautiful eyes? Great big beautiful eyes that tell beautiful lies. Tell me now, how many times have you kissed somebody like you kissed me just then? I don't believe you mean it, no, but baby, kiss me again and again. How many hearts have you stranded on that dreamy road to romance? Baby, I'll take a chance. I need some lovin'. I just can't resist you, even though I'm wise too. How many hearts you have broken with those great big beautiful eyes? Over and over, I'm telling ya, honey, don't you know that I can't resist you? Doesn't matter how I try. My heart will just have to be broken, but don't afraid. I fell in love with you first time I looked in those great, big, beautiful eyes.
In barbershop singing, quartets play a significant role in the genre. In many cases, quartets dissolve and reform with different singers. Yet each new group has its own distinctive sound. Before the Shore Notes chorus gets to its closing number, our quartet Songbird would like to add a footnote to this program. Welcome back, Songbird.
This next song is a departure from most barbershop singing. We are about to sing Charmed Life, which is written by Diana Krall. She's a jazz musician. I'm sure you're all familiar with her work, piano player, singer. And she's married to Elvis Costello, so obviously she likes different genres as well. Anyway, we love this song, and the last time we sang it was at the men's show when we were the guest quartet a couple of years ago. And after we finished, our bass, Teresa, got 3 marriage proposals. So you'll see.
You know I live a charmed, charmed life. I look out to my left and I look to my right. It's simple, but in front of me and back of me, nothing more than ecstasy. A charmed, charmed life. You know we live a charmed, charmed life. A little breath of magic and we roll the dice. And now, my darling, I'm for you and you're for me. We're each other's luxury. A charmed, charmed life. Yeah, come on over, baby. Kiss me once or twice. Whisper to me soft and low, that makes me feel so nice. that says we live a charmed, charmed life. Just take a little look into each other's eyes. Our biggest little fantasy has turned into reality. We live a charmed, charmed life. Yeah, come on over, baby. Kiss me once or twice. Whisper to me soft and low that makes me feel so nice. Come over, darling, and take me to that place, the one that puts a smile upon my face, that says we live a charmed, charmed life. I look out to my left and I look to my right. It's simple, but in front of me and back of me, nothing more than ecstasy. Charmed, charmed life. You know we live a charmed, charmed life. Whoa, whoa, we live a charmed, charmed life.
We Are Family is a song recorded by the Philadelphia vocal group Sister Sledge. Composers Bernard Edwards and Nile Rodgers offered the song to Atlantic Records, who initially declined, but later released the track in April of 1979 as a single from the album of the same name. The single gained traction in club and radio play. Eventually, it became Sister Sledge's signature song. We Are Family went gold in 1979. In 2017, the song was selected for preservation in the National Recording Registry by the Library of Congress as being culturally, historically, or artistically significant. Billboard magazine named the song number 20 on their list of 100 greatest girl group songs of all time. Just to show you how deep our Shore Notes music roots reach, our show chairperson, Caroline McVitie, herself a Philadelphia girl, said she used to teach aerobics with Sledge sister Kathy Sledge. McVitie says, we both sweated to similar beats, but we never sang for each other. Who knows where that might have led? And now, we are family.
We are family, family. I got all my sisters with me, yeah, everybody. We are family, family. Get up, everybody, and sing it to me, sing, sing, sing. Everyone can sing, we're together as we walk our line. And we fly the same birds of a feather, follow down the line. All
see, the Shore Notes are gathering for their annual holiday party. They call it Gala Gala. Many of you know the Shore Notes have a tradition of entertaining all around the community with their favorite holiday songs. This year, they are kicking off the season early with some timeless holiday songs arranged especially for barbershop-style singing. So, let's begin. At the ripe old age of 12, country singer Billy Gilmour recorded Warm and Fuzzy, which quickly moved up the country charts and became a Christmas classic back in 2000. In these great lyrics, it says how we feel about Christmas, especially kids. You know, kids say the funniest things. When I was about 9 years old, I asked my dad, "Tell me the truth, Dad. Is Santa real?" My dad answered me by telling me that actually he and Mom bought me the Nintendo game for Christmas. "Really?" I said. "You should have let Santa bring it. That way you could have gotten it for free."
Sleigh bells ringing, shore notes singing, wonder what old Santa's bringing. It's a warm and fuzzy time of year. Snowflakes fall, the temp is dropping, families out together shopping. It's a warm and fuzzy time of year. Warm and fuzzy time of year. Elves are working overtime, making all our toys. And those reindeer hooves on all the roofs for good little girls and boys. Big old cups of steamy cider, fall asleep by a cozy fire. It's a warm and fuzzy time of year. Time of the year. It's a warm and fuzzy time of year. It's the fuzziest time of the year.
We Need a Little Christmas is from the hit Broadway musical Mame. In the musical, Mame has lost her fortune in the crash of 1929, and she's lost her job at the department store, and decides everyone in the household needs a little Christmas. There are many times in our lives when we all need a little Christmas. I'm reminded of a judge who was filled with the holiday spirit. "What exactly is the charge?" he asked the prosecutor. "Your Honor, the man standing before you is charged with doing his Christmas shopping early," answered the prosecutor. "Shopping early?" said the judge. "What's wrong with that?" The prosecutor replied, "He was doing his shopping before the stores were open." You see, everyone needs a little Christmas.
Call out the holly, put up the tree before my spirit falls again. Fill up the stockings, we may be rushing things, but deck the halls again, deck the halls right now. For we need a little Christmas right this very minute. Candles in the window, carols at the spinet. Yes, we need a little Christmas right this very minute. It hasn't snowed a single flurry, but Santa dear, we're in a hurry, so climb down the chimney, turn off the brightest string of lights I've ever seen. Slice up the fruitcake, it's time we hung some tinsel on that evergreen, hang it on that bough. For we need a little Christmas right this very minute. Candles in the window, carols at the spinet. Yes, we need a little Christmas right this very minute. We need a little Christmas now. For we need a little music, need a little laughter, need a little singing, ringing through the rafter. Yes, we need a little Christmas right this very minute. We need a little Christmas. Bum, 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 bum. Need a little Christmas.
Christmas is an Irving Berlin song reminiscing about an old-fashioned Christmas setting. Since its release, White Christmas has been performed by many artists, but the version sung by Bing Crosby is the world's best-selling single, with estimated sales in excess of 50 million copies worldwide. Thank goodness we live in the South and don't have to worry about snow at Christmas. I'm reminded of a story of a Minnesota couple whose TV show was interrupted by a news broadcast telling everyone to park on the west side of the street to allow the snowplows to run. The guy jumps up and grabs the keys to move the car immediately. The next night, the snow is still unrelenting, and the broadcast instructs everyone to park on the east side of the street to make room for the plows. Again, the guy jumps up and runs with the keys to move the car accordingly. The next night, as the broadcast is about to give the instructions, they lose power and don't hear which side to park the car on. The husband is troubled and asks his wife what they should do. She replies, "Oh, I don't know, just leave the car in the garage then."
Ding, the Christmas bells are ringing. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow.
For Christmas is a Christmas novelty song performed by Oklahoma child star Gayla Peavy when she was 10 years old. The song shot to the top of the charts. The Oklahoma City Zoo wanted to acquire a hippo to present to Peavy on Christmas Day, so it launched the Gayla Peavy Hippo Fund. The campaign succeeded, and Peavy was presented with an actual hippopotamus, which, as had been planned all along, she donated to the city zoo. This reminds me of another story. It seems a truck driver had to deliver a baby hippopotamus to the city zoo. While driving through a deserted stretch of road, his truck broke down. After a few hours, the trucker waved down a passing truck and offered the driver $200 to take the hippo to the city zoo for him. The next day, the first driver arrived in the city and saw the second driver crossing the road with the hippo in tow. So he jumped out of his truck and said, "What's going on? I gave you $200 to take this hippo to the city zoo." The second driver replied, "I did take him to the zoo, and I had money left over, so now we're going to go see a movie."
I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Only a hippopotamus will do. I don't want a doll or dinky tinker toy. I want a hippopotamus to play with and enjoy. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Only a hippopotamus will do. There's lots of room for him in our two-car garage. doll or any other toy. I just would like a hippo I can play with and enjoy. I don't want a doll. I don't want a ball. No. I just want a hippopotamus. That's all.
Who doesn't know the song Jingle Bells? I bet you've heard it a million times. I know of a neighbor's boy who got a harmonica from his uncle for Christmas and learned to play Jingle Bells on it. After Christmas, his uncle came to visit and the boy said, "Thanks for the harmonica. It's the best gift ever. It's making me a lot of money." "Well, that's great," said the uncle. "You must play it very well." "Oh, not really," said the boy. "I don't play it well at all." "So how do you make money with it?" the uncle asked. The boy replied, "Well, Mom gives me $1 a day not to play it during the day, and my dad gives me $5 a week not to play it at night." Now included in the price of admission, at no extra charge, the Shore Notes performed their version of Jingle Bells, Jingle Bell Jazz.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells, jing-a-jing-a-jing-a-jing, ringing the bells, dashing through the snow, in a one-horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way, bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright, what fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. What a blast to take a ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Now the ground is wide, go it while you're young at heart, with a guide tonight. Roll along and sing this sleighing song. Just get a bobtail and get a horse, 40 for its speed, and hitch him to an open sleigh, and you'll take the lead. Crack, you'll take the lead. Giddy up, let's go. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. What fun it is to take a ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. What fun it is to take a ride in a one-horse open. Jingle bells, jingle those bells in a one-horse open sleigh. A ring of them bells.
The Little Drummer Boy was originally known as Carol of the Drum. In the lyrics, the singer relates how, as a poor young boy, he was summoned by the Magi to the nativity of Jesus. Without a gift for the infant, the little drummer boy played his drum. You've heard the story of how Mary and Joseph had to travel to Bethlehem and couldn't find a room at the inn, which is how baby Jesus was born in a stable. This Christmas pageant is performed by countless children across the globe. I heard about a local children's Sunday school class that was putting on the nativity play. Now, Johnny wanted desperately to play Joseph. Not the least reason being that he had a big crush on the girl playing Mary. But instead, Johnny's arch rival, Jimmy, was chosen for the role, and Johnny was cast as the innkeeper. Needless to say, Johnny was both crestfallen and very annoyed. Curtain up on the nativity pageant. Mary and Joseph walk up to the innkeeper, Johnny. "Is there any room here at the inn?" Joseph asks. Johnny says, "Sure, there's plenty of room. Come on in."
Come,
impossible to research the song Sing We Noel, since almost every language has some version, each with a different melody and lyrics. My favorite is Noël Nouvelle, a French carol. I know of a couple who were visiting a cafe in Paris, France. The wife admired a pair of sandals worn by a woman a couple of tables away. Hoping to please his wife, the man approached the woman at the other table and in his best broken French asked, "Excuse me, mademoiselle, my wife and I are visiting from America. My wife loves your sandals. May I ask if you bought them from around here?" "Why, yes," the woman replies. "I got them at a shop just a block from here." "Fantastic," the man replies. "And if it isn't too rude, can you tell me how much you paid for them?" "Certainement," replied the woman. "I think in American dollars it would be around 250. "Merci," the man replies. As he's walking away, he yells to his wife, "Too bad, she bought them in Italy."
Sing we Noel, 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 sing we Noel, Noel. Filled with laughter, filled with cheer, Christmas time is coming. Sing we Noel, 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 sing we Noel, Noel. Out in the air so crisp and clear, Christmas time is coming. On the warmest winter night, Christmas time is coming. Underneath the stars so bright, Christmas time is coming. Through the village we will go, Christmas time is coming. Over the fields and through the snow, Christmas time is coming. Noel, 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 Noel. Sing we Noel, 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 sing we Noel, Noel. Merrily, merrily now we sing, Christmas time is coming. Sing we Noel, 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 sing Noel. Hark the church bells, hear them ring, Christmas time is coming. Noel, 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 sing we Noel, sing we Noel.
Coming up next is our quartet Songbird. But first, I just received this public service announcement. Due to the current energy crisis facing the world at this time, until further notice, the light at the end of the tunnel will be switched off to save electricity. Thank you. And now, to light up your evening, we present Songbird.
Mary, did you know that your baby boy would one day walk on water? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would save our sons and daughters? Did you know that your baby boy has come to make you new? And this child that you delivered will soon deliver you. Mary, did you know that your baby boy will give sight to a blind man? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would calm a storm with his hand? Did you know that your baby boy has walked where angels trod? When you kiss your little baby, you kiss the face of God. Oh, Mary, did you know? Did you know?
The blind will see, the deaf will hear, the dead will live again. The lame will leap, the dumb will speak, the praises of the Lamb. Oh, Mary, did you know that your baby boy is Lord of all creation? Mary, did you know that your baby
Oh, I just got a letter from old Saint Nick way up in Christmas land. And he said that the toys for good girls and boys are being made as planned. There's a truck for little Billy and a dolly for Molly dear. But you ain't getting diddly squat 'cause you really messed up this year. No, you ain't getting diddly squat 'cause you really messed up this year.
Bum 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 bum.
Oh, the winter fields are white with snow and the lights are shining bright. And the wee little heads chopped up in beds dream of sugar or plums this night. They may dream of big red apples and candy canes so near. But you ain't getting diddly squat 'cause you really messed up this year. No, you ain't getting diddly squat 'cause you really messed up this year. Do 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 do. Fa la la la, you're in trouble. You ain't getting jack, and that's a fact. Your mother asked you to wash the dishes, well, you said no, no, no. And you would not pick up your socks. So it's que sera, loser. Ho, ho, ho. La, 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 la. Oh, you know that Santa's watching you and he keeps a great big list. And when I tell him what you did, he really will be when you sit up on his knee, I'll knock you on your rear. So as you ain't getting diddly squat 'cause you really messed up this year. No, you ain't getting diddly squat 'cause you really messed up. So I'm telling you, pup, that you really blew it big time. You're getting nothing for Christmas. Ha!
Because of its seasonal theme, Winter Wonderland is often regarded as a Christmas song in the Northern Hemisphere. The song's lyrics are about a couple's romance during the winter season. And what can be more romantic than offering a special gift to your certain someone? It seems there was a couple who were out Christmas shopping. The mall was packed and the couple became separated in the thrall. After a while, the wife notices her husband is missing. So she calls him on his cell phone and asks where he is. In a quiet voice, he says, "Do you remember the jewelers we went to about 3 years ago, where you fell in love with that diamond tennis bracelet that we couldn't afford at the time?" The wife gets really choked up and says, "Yes, I remember that store." He replies, "Well, good, I'm at the pub next door." Now the Shore Notes will stir up a little romance with Winter Wonderland.
Over the ground lies a mantle of white, a heaven of diamonds shine down through the night. Two hearts are thrilling in spite of the chill in the weather, in spite of it all. Love knows no season, love knows no climb.
was composed by Irving Berlin and was introduced by Bing Crosby in the 1942 film Holiday Inn. While it is commonly regarded as a Christmas song, in the film it is performed on New Year's Eve and expresses a wish for the listener to enjoy happy holidays throughout the entire year. New Year's Eve here has always been a little sad for me because it marks the end of the holiday season. I can remember a New Year's Eve party at a well-known area golf club. Some woman who was feeling a little bit of the holiday spirit stood up on the bar and announced that it was almost midnight. She explained that at midnight she wanted every husband to stand next to the one person who makes his life worth living. As the clock struck 12, the bartender was almost crushed to death. Now the Shore Notes want to wish you the happiest of holidays.
Bells are ringing, happy holidays, happy holidays. May the merry bells keep ringing, may your every wish come true, come true. Happy holidays, ding dong ding, happy holidays, ding dong. May the calendar keep ringing, happy holidays to you and you. Happy holidays, happy holidays. May the merry bells keep ringing, may your every wish come true. Happy holidays, happy holidays. May the calendar keep ringing, happy holidays to you. Happy holidays to you and you, ding dong.
What a fun evening it has been for all of us. But you know, I couldn't leave this audience without a good golf story. I once saw a somewhat rare thing on a local golf course that all of you golfers out there might relate to. This guy stomps off the green, and with the superpower of the truly infuriated, he heaves his golf bag into a lagoon alongside the green and storms off the course. We were all still digesting what had just happened when the guy returns, wades into the lagoon, hauls up his golf bag, and retrieves his car keys. You've heard the expression, it takes a village. Well, the Shore Notes know that it takes a whole bunch of people to produce this show. I'd like to introduce our show chairperson, Caroline McVitie, to say a few words of thanks.
Thank you all. Some of you know that I am somewhat of a movie buff. So remember those old teen movies that starred Mickey Rooney and Judy Garland? Anytime they needed to raise money, one of them would say, I know, let's put on a show. Right. And magically, it would happen. Well, they lied. Okay, they oversimplified. It takes a lot of people, time, and energy to put on a show. We are especially grateful to our presenting sponsors, Rock Dental Group and Lang 72 Degrees Air Conditioning and Heating. And we would also like to thank our other advertisers. Please take your programs home with you tonight and remember these wonderful businesses when you need their special services. These are the people we Shore Notes do business with and trust. And thank you to our patrons and friends. We trust them too. We would not have this show if not for this lovely venue, courtesy of Hilton Head High School, and the awesome services of Chris Sykes. Chris serves double duty as our lighting maven. We are so fortunate to have his services, and the high school is fortunate to have him. We are blessed and totally grateful to have one particular family in our service. Our baritone, Kathy McGill, helped recruit her son and her husband. We want to thank Evan McGill for being such a good sport serving as our host. Thank you, Evan. Rick McGill has been our stage manager forever. It must seem that way to him. Actually, this is the 7th Shore Notes show he has managed for us. Seriously, he could take his talent to Broadway if he were so inclined. But we hope he'll stick around. Thank you, Rick. A special thanks to our sound technician, George Jocelyn, and to our videographer, Mark Gilmour. Thank you, gentlemen. Our lead and props chairperson, Susan Williams, was kind enough to volunteer her husband, David, as our curtain dude. That's what we call him. And we recruited the special services of spouses, John Summers, Gary Welsh, Joe McBurney, and Joe Hertel as ushers and ticket sellers. We are so pleased our quartet, Songbird, could perform for us tonight. Thank you, ladies. Take a bow. And our very last and best thanks go to you, our honored guests, our wonderful audience. Thank you all from the bottom of our hearts.
As we get to the finale of our show, the Shore Notes have a special song they would like to share with you. It too has a unique story behind it. Songwriter Clay Hine has been an avid barbershop musician and an arranger forever. During the recent pandemic, when all barbershop choruses were silenced, Hine wanted to write a song to capture the sentiments of barbershoppers from all walks of life. So he gifted his song, "It's the Music That Brings Us Together," to all barbershoppers across the globe. And now, the Hilton Head Shore Notes leave you with the song that defines how they all feel about singing together before you, our honored guests.
I would like to thank our prop people. Did you notice the back and forth going on? Do you know how hard that was? Okay, so props by Susan Williams made them all with the help of Kathy McGill, but so ably managed by Adrith Tarleton with her helper, Teresa Beck. So thank you, ladies.